Hello, everyone. I am assuming you can hear me. Please do let me know if you can't. Oh, I can't hear myself. Okay. So, hello, Terry Diamantis. Hello, X Bubba Hotep. Hello, MCRN Doniger. Hello, Blind Rambler. Hello, Zero the Hero. Hello, Tall Person. So, this is, hello, K-Rick. This is one of those rare instances where I'm going to give a channel update of a kind. An unfortunate channel update of a kind. Hello, Joys of Sorrow. Hello, Mike Savage. Hello, Diesel Dave. So, I'm going to tell you a story of fury and frustration and being scammed effectively. So, here's the short version, if there is one. Prior to about 3 hours ago, I owned a Alienware Aurora R5, I believe was the model name. That's the computer I owned. I paid just under $2,000 for this computer, or that computer, I should say, about just under 2 years ago. And it was fine. It worked fine. Never had a problem. Never, ever had a problem. In this computer I had the drive that it came with, and two extra hard drives that contained information that I had from previous computers that was, semi-valuable to me. So about 3 hours ago, I was getting ready to go out and go grocery shopping, and a little alert pops up on my computer screen that says, "Hey, Alienware has an update for your computer. Do you want to do that now? It'll have to restart." I'm like, sure, I'm going to the grocery store. Why not? I click that button, yes. I walk out the door, go to the grocery store, which is, just walk away. Come back maybe 15, 20 minutes later. My computer is off. So I was like, oh, maybe I accidentally hit shut down instead of restart or something. I hit the button to restart my computer, turn it on. It flickers for a second, then goes dead. I try it again. Flickers for a minute, then goes dead. I have no idea what's going on. I hold down the button for a while and nothing happens. It'll flicker for a second, then go dead. Fortunately, I don't have a smartphone, as veteran viewers of you may know. So I had, fortunately, a pad to use, a smart pad. And I looked up, Alienware Aurora R5 update computer dies. And there are posts from at least up to a year ago from people saying this same thing happened. They got an alert from Alienware saying, update your BIOS. And when that happens, it kills your motherboard. I am not kidding you. It kills your motherboard. So, hoping that maybe this isn't the case for me, hoping that maybe there's something else going on, I call up support at Dell, who owns Alienware or runs it or whatever. I go for a very long wait. I finally talk to somebody. I give them the little serial number on the back of my computer. And they tell me, oh, you're out of warranty. And I'm like, okay. You guys killed my computer. And they're like, well, we can send you a box. You can put your computer in the box. You can send it to us. We will fix it. You will pay us hundreds of dollars, and we'll send it back to you within 5 to 7 weeks. Now listen to this. And I say, so what you're telling me is my computer, which was fine, which was working perfectly, that you guys have killed, using a update that you knew, because the information I got on the whole thing crashing was from their support site, that you knew would kill these computers that you have sold us. And you want me to pay you to repair it. Well, what assurance do I have that your repairs aren't going to be undone 6 months from now when another update comes in and kills my computer? Why would I give you more money after you killed my computer. And of course, this is a song and dance that has no end to it because my warranty was out. They wouldn't do anything to it. I couldn't do anything from home. And I certainly don't have any intention of paying them more money for making a repair to something that they broke. Why would I trust them? So they got my money and I got shit. So what do I do? You know, I've got all of my video making materials on the hard drives in that computer. My entire ability to basically do not only my job from home, but to do the live streams, to make videos, to basically do everything. You know, this is how modern life works now. Your entire world is centered around your computer, and consequently, so is mine. So what option do I have? Well, I go through quite a rigmarole this evening, and I go and buy a brand new computer, because what choice do I have? You know, what option do I have? The nexus of so much of what I do on a daily basis just died for no good reason. I have no recourse with the people who did it to me. So I go and buy a brand new computer. So now I'm talking to you technically through this brand new computer. Let's see. Jay Brown says, replace your motherboard yourself. Yeah, I don't have the technical skill. And the last time that I did anything with the computer, I fucked it up. So I just, yeah. Maybe I was rash. Maybe I acted out of emotion rather than logic in this instance, but I was so pissed off. Anyway, so I go to a local, let's say, box store. And I say, hey, I tell them this story, and they go, oh, shit, man, that sucks. And I say, so here's what I need. I need a computer with this graphics capability, and I need it to have at least 3, bays for 3 hard drives. And these are like the 3.5 hard drives. Preferably 3. If it has to be 2, okay, I can make do. And they say, okay, here's a computer for you. And I say, that's way too freaking expensive. You have something that's at least 1, maybe a level lower. And they say, yeah, this one does this, 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 and this. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's great. Does it have all the things I need? Yeah, it has all the things you need. It's got the great graphics card. Yeah, it's got liquid cooled, processor. It's got all the bays. And I'm like, great, perfect. By the way, get me an extra extended warranty on this thing, because God knows I don't want this to happen. By the way, it's not a computer made by Dell, is it? No. It's not a computer made by Alienware, is it? No. Even better. So I buy this computer, come home, open it up, getting ready to plug in my other hard drives, and there's no bays for hard drives in this computer once I take the box off. There's no tower of little, stainless steel little metal trays where you plug the drives in. And I see cords, I see the cables that I would plug in, the SATA cables and stuff, but they're all bunched up and tied up at the bottom of the box, and they don't, I'm not very technically inclined, so I'm scared to try to pull on them or tug on them on the off chance I might screw something up. So I'm, at least for the moment, until I figure, and I call them back. I call back the store and I say, hey, you guys said there was, space in here for at least 2 3.5 hard drives. And they're like, yeah, it's right there on the bottom of the plate thing. And I'm like, there's nothing here. And there's, oh, you have to screw it into the thing. I'm like, no, you don't. There's nothing to screw in. There's nothing here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not that dumb. So all of my video making materials, all of my intro video stuff, my editing software, which I can re-download, but all the materials I actually use to make my videos, the intro, the outro, the images, some of the inserts, all that stuff, it's all on this other hard drive, which I have no access to right now. Now, conceivably, hopefully, I can bug my IT guy at work, who knows computers like nobody's business, and I can have him stop by to help me figure this out, because they say the capability is in this thing for me to hold at least 2 hard drives. I'm just blind in seeing it, or I don't see how it's supposed to work. So maybe I can get him to come and plug this in for me, at least one of them. But yeah, so otherwise I'm going to have to take that hard drive, plug it into some other computer, I guess, and try to transfer that stuff onto a flash drive or something, which wouldn't be that tough to do, honestly, I suppose. But it's just a pain. Let me just say it's just a pain. So anyway, the Peter Silak, thank you. Scribelight says you could ask Monkey to talk you through changing the motherboard. It's a done deal already, guys. I acted rashly, perhaps. I was so pissed off, and I didn't want to fuck around. I mean, the way that computer is made, I'm not even sure how you the Aurora AR5 or whatever, the way it is configured. I'm not quite sure how you remove the motherboard with everything else that's packed into it. It's a very unique design. And I might just be making up excuses for justifying why I just shelled out a whole bunch of extra money for this thing. But either way, that's what it is. If it can be repaired or refurbished or something, then maybe I'll have an extra computer down the road. But I'm not going to worry about that right now because, yeah. So, holy shit, you remember my last name? LOL, that's awesome. Of course I remember your last name. How could I forget Peter Silak Hades III? Thank you, Terry Demonis. Have some money. It's not $2,000 was a start. Okay. I want to make something clear. Thank you, Terry, so much. But I want to make something clear. This is not an e-begging stream. Okay, I am not asking for reimbursement of my own unfortunate situation. I just want to make that clear. That's not why I was doing this. If anybody got that idea otherwise, and I appreciate it, Terry. I know that's not what you meant, but I just want to make sure. I'm a little paranoid now because I didn't want that to be what was coming across here. I'm fine. This didn't kill me. It was not pleasant, by no means, but it wasn't fatal or anything. But anyway, MCRN Doniger says, "Are your porn collections safe?" Very important. It's safe in the sense that it's all just sitting in the hard drives on my desk over here. Whether I have access to it again in some reasonable way, I don't know. But at worst, like I say, I have my old computer. I could conceivably try to find a way to boot it up in safe mode and just like plug these suckers in and download all the stuff I need onto a flash drive. At least as far as the video making materials. My porn collection might be gone the way of the dodo now, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's it. So at least for the foreseeable next few days, let's see, until I can figure out another solution, I'm going to have to re-download my editing software. I'm going to have to try to find a way to get those couple of folders full of Scribelite materials off of my drive in order to be able to make my videos again. Because trying to recreate all that stuff after the fact would be an absolute pain. And then also I'm going to have to back up all that stuff, because I didn't think I would have to, onto another drive or a flash drive for emergency purposes in the future. Okay, well, if the tech head audiences can tell me anything. All right. So I don't know quite how to describe this. This is a iBuyPower BB953. And if there's technical specifications online, somebody can look at. But what I'm looking at here is I've got the big fan up top. I've got the motherboard plugged into the top back of the wall. I have the graphics card, decent graphics card sitting there. And underneath it is a metal box that's kind of risen up off the platform. It's got the power supply in there. And on top of that is seated a solid state drive that's plugged right into the motherboard. Now, next to that is another plate where conceivably another solid state drive would go. I don't have a solid state drive to go in there, but they're telling me that that is where at least one of my 3.5 drives could go. It could screw into that thing, except that the plate that it's supposed to screw into does not line up with the screws on the hard drive. Also, I can't find where the port is on the motherboard for that skinny black cable that's supposed to come out of the hard drive. because it's got that long plug. And this is me not being a technical guy. That long plug with the multicolored wires that plugs into the long connector on the hard drive, and it's got that little skinny one with a tiny little looks like a micro USB going off into the hard drive or the motherboard. I can't find the plug for the tiny little skinny cord on that motherboard anywhere. At least I don't know where they are, or if they're covered up, or if I'm missing something. And all of the cords, the long cords and everything else, are all bunched up underneath this metal box at such an angle that they can't come over or stretch into where I would assume I would put a hard drive. Also, there's no bays. Like, you know how you open up a computer and you got that stainless steel sort of parking garage thing on the end where all the bays go in for the other hard drives? Yeah, that's absent. There's just the big empty space there. I would have expected to see the bays there for the hard drives, but there isn't. So I'm not quite sure where to plug in or where to go. The guy on the phone told me that that there's room in there for at least 2 hard drives, and I could put a third one in through a PCI slot, but I don't see it. But Data Wasteland says you need to revert to the older motherboard BIOS. No, it fried my motherboard. I checked on this. I checked on it. Once it zips in there, it nukes it, and you can't turn it back on. You can't even turn the computer back on. So, I mean, I will ask my IT guy. Mashizu says, Scribble, are your hard drives PATA or SATA? They are SATA. SATA drives. Where is my the one that's okay? This is a HDD. Where is the little label on it? Oh, for gosh sakes. Yeah. Anyway, it is a terabyte drive. SATA. Yeah, SATA, 7200 RPM, 1 terabyte. So it's a SATA drive. It's got on the end where the plugs, you got the long connector, you got the slightly shorter connector, and then you have the little 2-prong plug thing. I can't find where that shorter one plugs into the motherboard on this motherboard. So let's see. Bex Bubba, out of curiosity, have you opened the metal panel side of the case? No, I have not. Are you talking about where all the plugs go in and everything? Or are you talking about the side panel? Let's see. Still get a new motherboard for it and get all the drives you need and computer going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this has all been a very whirlwind night because I needed to have a functional computer today, basically. That's the problem with being as reliant on this stuff as I am now for work and other things, not just making videos, is that I needed a computer. I need a computer, like Keanu said. The side panel. Yes, Expo, when I opened up the side panel, that's where I tried to look to see where I could plug in my my extra drives, but there's no visible place to put them as far as I can tell, and no available cords in which to plug them into. Yeah, Ryan Rawlings. Yeah, there's no drive bays. There's no drive bays. Let's see. Expo says, but yeah, looking at the motherboard, I can't see the port. I don't know. I mean, either I'm missing something, or there are plugs stuffed into the bottom of this thing that I'm just not seeing. So, anyway, on the off chance anybody knows anything about that, I mean, I'm gonna consult my IT guy, and at worst, if I have to bring in my old computer and he can somehow reset it or do something that at least I can try to get my info off of the drives, then I'll do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be very hampered in trying to make new videos. And given how I've slowed down in making videos, like maybe 1 a week now, more than anything else, that might not seem like a big deal. Might not be, depends on how quickly I can get this resolved. But for now, at least, I'm stuck, which sucks. So what are you going to do? Anyway, yeah, that's all I really had to say. I don't usually do channel update things except on like Lords of the Night. And I wanted to have some catharsis a little bit because it's been a day. But anyway, so yeah. So if anybody has any advice, again, it's a iBuyPower BB953. So if anybody knows or can provide insight as to how or where I would plug in 1 or 2 SATA 3.5 drives into it using standard cables, I'd appreciate it. Or, tweet me, send me a tweet if you know something that is better left or easier to be told in DMs or something, and we can work that out otherwise. But I am going to talk to my my IT guy tomorrow, give him all the information, and see if he can give me some advice. But, yep. Oh, the make and the model. Okay, so it is a iBuyPower BB953. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, and guys, any support or any information you can give, I really do appreciate it. I am just ranting here. And by support, I mean just technical support. Again, I want to make clear this is not an e-begging stream. Just so you know, it wasn't. This isn't what that. This is not what that was supposed to be. Data Wasteland says, "What lesson did we learn, Scribe? Don't trust computer companies, I guess, to solve a fatal error with their products when their customers tell them that there's a fatal error with their product." I don't know. Very frustrating. Thankfully, these days, a lot of the things that I need to do, the basics of what I need to do, I can just re-download, whether it be browsers or, I can re-download my games from Steam and all that kind of thing. So it's not the end of the world in that regard, if that was a big deal. But it's still exceedingly frustrating. And this wasn't exactly the Christmas present I wanted to buy myself. So that is a deal. The original Shroom says, never buy a Dell. Well, honestly, I thought I was buying Alienware when I originally bought it. I didn't know that Alienware was owned by Dell. That's my own stupidity. But yeah, not doing that again. They will never get another dime of my money. Andre Martin says, open up the back of the PC case. I guys, just as because I don't know who's coming later. Otherwise, I've plugged in drives to computers before. I have done that simple bit before. I don't recognize anything in this setup as familiar to me as how I would plug in my hard drives. So again, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a panel or something within the computer that I'm not opening up correctly or not seeing that somebody else could tell me. But otherwise, yeah. Anyway, Scribe Light. Below the iBuyPower logo on the Mobo, does it have a motherboard model printed in large letters? It may. Let me see if I can find it. Or see it, I should say, with the lighting that I've got. God. Let's see. You know what? There might be something I could tell you, but it's really dark in here, and I don't have a flashlight that works right now. I don't know if I can get any light on this thing without risking knocking it over or something. So I'll tell you what, guys, if you've got any insight or perhaps any possibility of knowing what to do about this, send me a tweet, and we can do it in DMs between now and tomorrow. I mean, for now, I'm fine. Obviously, I can stream, so I'm still good for the show. I can browse the internet. I can re-download certain things if I need them, etc. But yeah, if nothing else, I'd love to just get my my Scribe Lite folder off of my desktop of the old computer and have that available to at least still make videos and play around with that stuff if I could. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know knowing the motherboard model would help. like I say, I wish I could read it off to you. I don't. With the lighting in here, it really doesn't tell me anything. Hold on. Oh, let's see. It's a. How can I see the numbers? Is that a Z? Oh, come on. Seriously? It's like right there. All right. Is that a 3 or an 8? Okay. That's a Z. Okay. I'm going to type into the chat what I see. You guys tell me if this rings a bell to anybody. Okay. That's what I see. I see a Z370IBR IB-R. Okay, that's the best I can give you. That's right underneath the logo. So if that means anything to anybody, by all means. Let's see. So anyway, what do you guys want to talk about? I've got at least 5 or 10 minutes or something to chat. I mean, I got more time than that. I'm not going to be sleeping for another like hour and a half or something. I'm not going to do an hour and a half stream, but if there's something else you guys wanted to talk about, let's see. Night Ninja says, so this is the cover story for Scribe's porn collection. Exactly. That's my only concern, is getting my porn back. Let's see. Use BitChute says it has 6 SATA 3. Well, that's great. Is a SATA 3 a SATA? If my drive says SATA on it, but not SATA 3, does that work? And if it does have 6 SATA 3, I don't know where they're supposed to go, because I can't find the plugs. Do you need to plug in both of those cords into the motherboard to make it work? Again, I'm technically uninclined here. Just the chipset number. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you, Ragnak. What do you think of South Park killing off Satan? Well, if I watched South Park, I'd have an opinion. The only Satan I remember is from the Bigger, Longer, Uncut movie. And, well, if they killed off Satan, then that's one extra piece of red paper they don't have to cut out, I guess. SATA 3 works with older SATA. Great. Great. Where do I... How many plugs does each drive require, and where do I find the plugs? I mean, okay, it's good to know the motherboard can do it. The other question is, where do I plug things in? I mean, the SATA ports face forward. Yes. Okay. So on the front of the drive, you've got a long plug-in thing, a little L, a long L. You have a short L that's opposed to it, and then you have a 2-pronged little thing that looks like a phone jack type deal. In the previous situation, I had the long one plugged in. I had the long L, the short L plugged into the motherboard. I can find the long L cord. I can't find the short L plug-in on the board. Yes, BitChute. I know. I know where the SATA ports are. Oh wait, they are on the front edge, middle, in front of the long aluminum chipset cooler, almost directly under where the graphics card is on the right side of the board. Almost directly where the long L is power, the short ones are SATA. Okay, laying down. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, well, anyway, guys, I'm going to have to crack this open to get a better idea for you guys if you're going to help. First off, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I'm not trying to be dismissive or anything. I'm still working down. Peter, that's the new one. That's the new computer, the Z370 thing. That's the new one. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I'm still coming down from being very frustrated. Okay, I'm going to take off the side panel here live on the air. Let's hope I don't do something ridiculous here and see if I can get some more information or at least be able to eyeball this. because I do want to try to figure this out. And I really prefer to do it myself rather than have to rely on anybody else or, inconvenience anybody. So let's see. Let's see. Well, let's see. Okie Native. Yeah, well, I mean, my videos aren't, heavy duty video editing. It's, basic video stuff. Okay. So on the hard drive, the motherboard. Let's see. Yeah, iBuy Power Z370 IBR. Okay, right below the graphics card. So am I looking at that little plug thing on the far right side? Because there's a little plug port thing that sticks out, but that doesn't look like it's built with the little L thing on it. Oh, for God's sakes, this is more complicated than I need it to be. Where did I put that cord? There it is. Okay, I've got the SATA cord. Is that where that goes? Let's see. Data Wasteland says, Scribe, I have the manual for you. Okay. Use BitChute says, can I post a link? Tweet me a link. Tweet me a link instead. Scribe Light. Oh, somebody tweeted me a picture. Okay. That is that the same? Yeah, okay. Oh, is that where they are? Oh, they're up there. Is that? Hold on a second. There's that. Right. Oh, okay. I see them. They were underneath. They're hidden underneath this big cable thing coming out. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I'm not in dire straits at all. There's still no place for me to rest the hard drive. And the power cable for the hard drive is still stuffed underneath the box next to the power supply. I'm gonna have to figure that part out. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I see where the SATA plugs are. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to tinker with this. Not tonight. I'll try to do it tomorrow. I'm too jacked up right now. Well, I'm not in a literal sense, not in like an illegal drug sense, but I'm just sort of frustrated. So I'm going to seal this sucker back up for now, and I will take a look at it tomorrow. If I still need some help with it, I'll probably consult Monkey when I have a chance, just because I've talked to him before about some technical stuff. If it comes down to it, I'll talk to Hammer. But okay, because I was having a conniption fit when they told me oh, there's ports for this, and I'm like, yeah, but there's no bays to hold the hard drives. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that rest in here somewhere, because I just don't get that. There's no tower of little hard drive bays in this thing like I would expect. Where it should be, or where I'd expect it to be, is just a big empty blank space. So do I have to buy that separately? Why wouldn't that come with the computer? It's come with every tower I've ever seen for a computer, so why not this one? Anyway. Okay. Yeah, the cords might be tie wrapped. I can't, if they are, I can't really get down there and like I say, I got to get a flashlight that works, because the way this thing is configured and the way the lights work in my room here, I'm just blind. So I will figure that out tomorrow. So anyway, look at your Gmail. Okay, thank you, Data Wasteland. Appreciate it. I'll take a look at that when I get a chance. I think I've figured it out now, because I could find the one cord. I just couldn't find where to plug the other one. But now that I see those, and thank you guys for that, I might be all right. This is how my mind works. This is how I try to solve a problem. And obviously, like I said, I probably acted rashly. I may indeed just have a slightly mussed up computer that can be easily brought back to life. I will talk to my IT guy about that. If that is the case, well, then I've got a backup. I just want to say, and this is going to get all Hallmark card for a second here, but I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate you. I mean, you as a collective, you individually. Again, Hallmark card time. 6 nights a week, I find out what's going on in the world, and I let loose with what's on my mind as a result of it. And most of it is a sort of an cumulative sense of frustration with the world, because the ridiculousness of the night before tends to bleed over into the next night and so on. So it's kind of a never-ending train of what the hell's going on in this world. Regardless of that, not irregardless of that, I didn't say that, but regardless of that, the one thing that really does help alleviate a lot of the stress, whether it be work-related or real-life related, is Monkey and Satsu and all of you guys. I know I've got sort of a closing line at the end of every show talking about how great my audience or our audience is, etc. The fact that all of you are here right now, in one way or another, supporting and throwing good wishes to me, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I actually don't have the words. The poverty of my vocabulary disallows me from expressing myself as completely as I wish I could. So anyway, Andre Martin's, we found it, or I should say, specifically Ryan Rollins, or Ex-Bubba Hotep's tweet to me. Sorry, Ex-Bubba Hotep's tweet to me told me where it is, and I'm sure 7 other people have already told me as well. But I really do appreciate it. I'm getting a lot of notifications now. A lot of people want to talk to me. Anyway, that was all I really had. And A Data Wasteland, you guys have helped out more than you know, because in my frustration and trying to talk to a guy on the phone and ask him you guys are the computer experts, why aren't I getting this thing to work? But anyway, what is beeping on my, I keep getting a little, see, with a new computer, you get a whole bunch of notifications and things. That I didn't used to have these alerts on my old computer, and now that they're on here, I got to disable them somehow. My computer's beeping at me with stuff people sending me probably. Let's see, what else is this? Sorry guys, I know this isn't very entertaining. This is me basically bitching, but oh, I see. Okay, I see what that is. All right, never mind. I thought it was something else was going on. So guys, I think the problem is solved, at least in the sense that I know now where to plug everything in. I'm going to do that tomorrow when I'm more calmed down and I've got a bit more daylight to work with. Again, just to back up a bit, thank you guys so much for showing up at a completely impromptu stream and giving me your attention for, however half an hour I've been doing this or whatever. And especially all of you, whether, all of your help, all of your questions. I make my videos for me for the most part. I do a lot of this for my own sort of venting and catharsis. I can only hope that in the course of things, people, enjoy my videos and enjoy our content, whether you agree with me or not, whether we're always on the same page or not. At least it's you don't feel like you wasted your time. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what else to say. There's literally nothing else I could say about it. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to go crack a Dr. Pepper because I think I've earned one this evening, amongst other things. I got some Christmas wrapping to do actually. So we'll have to deal with that as well. But either way, guys, thank you so much for your help and your support. Appreciate it. I will talk to you all, or speak at you and respond to your chat messages tomorrow per usual on Lords of the Night, my schedule should not be interrupted now, and things might actually be better off. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. You all take care and be safe.